Welcome to In the Studio. This is session number 4. We are talking about what makes you happy, finding your passion. In the first 3 episodes, we actually talked about what our passion was, how to find it. We had an assignment, and we talked about cleaning our spaces to get rid of all the stuff that other people have given us. This is the study where we're going to get personal and we're going to get selfish. So buckle in, Buttercup, because we're in for a ride. What if, on the strangest note, what if, knowing that we're all uniquely made in the image of God and that He gave us each something different, passionate wise, some uniqueness, what if that uniqueness that makes us happy or that fills us up was given to us as a stress reliever? What if going through our day, our entire day, where we're taking care and we're getting everybody off to work and off to school, and then we're getting everybody home and we're cleaning the house, we're doing the laundry, we're working ourselves, and we're literally from sunup to sundown, from waking moments to where we're laying our head on the pillow, and we're spending all the time doing something for everybody else. What if there was an actual moment where God wanted you to stop and fill yourself up? What if He gave you that something special that made you passionate or happy? What if He gave that to you as a beacon to signal, hey, I want you to sit down and enjoy life that I created for a moment? What if the author that wrote that book so that you could sit in that chair and enjoy the words written on the page, and to free you of the clutter and the stress inside your body? What if somebody that likes to make cards goes into their studio, card making studio? If you don't have a studio, that's fine. I have a little 12.5 by 12.5 inch box that I put all of my projects in, and I can take that to a coffee shop. So what if we took it to a coffee shop and we sat there and we ordered a cappuccino or a lavender white mocha? Oh my goodness, that is amazing. What if we ordered a special drink and a little scone and we sat there and we created for an hour? We played with the papers. We felt the texture of the papers in our hand. We used the paper cutter. We heard the swoop of the paper cutter as it was coming down. What if all of that was meant to relieve the stress of day-to-day living that God knew we were going to be going through? Think about that. What if finding and discovering and cultivating our passion or what makes us happy wasn't a selfish thing to do? What if it was a necessary thing to do so that we could go into the world built up and more alive, less stress and happier? What if that thing that we always put aside, because face it, women and men, we put everything aside because we have things we have to do, we have to take care of everybody else, we have a job to do, we have massive overtime. I could go on. Really? I could go on. But what if we set aside an hour or 2 a week in our calendar where it's just for us, where we are selfish because we need to rebuild ourselves up? Because I'm going to tell you, I have spoken to many women and I've asked some men, what makes you happy? What do you like to do? And they will list their job. They'll not as something that they love to do, but something that they have to do. They'll list all of their accomplishments, or they'll list their husbands, or they'll list their children, their children's accomplishments, going to all of their children's activities. But when I stop and ask them, what do you like to do? They're blank. They can't tell me. I think we're losing ourselves. We're losing ourselves in our day-to-day community, our day-to-day activities. We're flipping through and scrolling on Facebook. Yeah, you knew I was going to get to Facebook. And we're numbing our minds. That's what you do. You're numbing your mind. Some of us use it to where we're looking for things. Okay, that's good. But we're numbing our mind. It's built and programmed to keep us focused inside of it. What if we, instead of focusing inside someone else's lives or trying to make people think that we are all that when I am not, I'm just going to say, I'm not. But what if we stopped for a moment and we looked past everything else? We put everything aside and we looked at the paper that we had done in the second, in our assignment in session 2. And we started picking one thing that we love to do. And the next week, we spent an hour either looking up how to do that or relearning the techniques of doing it, because things change. But what if we use that 1 hour a week to do something that we loved to do, to build ourselves up? What would our stress level, our activities, would we be more refreshed to go out into the world? I think we're going to have a very interesting time in session number 5. But for now, think about it. I think we're giving ourselves away when in actuality, we need to be very careful with our time and spend some time building ourselves up and refreshing ourselves in the God-given trait of what makes us happy. What is it? You did the assignment. You tell me.